I know Penny to be an incredibly hard-working, totally capable and utterly honourable friend and colleague. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the Right Honourable Penny Mordaunt MP, our next Prime Minister. Thank you for being here. Thank you to everyone who is getting behind my campaign. Now, in the last few days, I have been undertaking the parliamentary equivalent of speed dating. I've had a lot of good conversations with a lot of wonderful colleagues, and I've learned a few things. I've learned that many of them were councillors before they came into Parliament. Many of them work for voluntary organisations. Many of them have run businesses, and some still do. Many of them are still pulling a shift in our NHS. And many of them serve in our armed forces and are veterans. They're people that want to serve their country. They're people that want to step up and take responsibility. And when I meet people like that, I want to know why. Why do they do that? Why do they want to take responsibility? Recently, I think our party has lost its sense of self. If I can compare it to being in the Glastonbury audience when Paul McCartney was playing his set, we indulged all those new tunes, but what we really wanted was the good old stuff that we all knew the words to. Low tax, small state, personal responsibility. We need to get back to that because we've got some really serious challenges ahead. We've got to stave off a recession. We've got to deliver on the huge ambition that the British people have, having left the European Union. We've got to catch up after COVID. We have a war, and we have a manifesto to deliver, and standards and trust to restore. And the British people are fed up. They're fed up with us not delivering. They're fed up with unfulfilled promises. And they're fed up with divisive politics. So how do we turn this around? Well, first of all, we have to admit that Whitehall is broken. There are great people that work there. But in my administration, you will see it look and feel very different, very fast. We need to do some serious machinery of government changes. We're going to have a tighter cabinet. We're going to have ministers of state that have clear and timely deliverables and are powerful and can reach across Whitehall. And we're going to modernise government with the white heat of modernisation.
The vast majority of people listening to this morning who've not come across you before and perhaps wonder whether you have it in you to be Prime Minister in just a couple of months' time. What do you say to them?
I think that I am one of the best prepared candidates in this contest. I've served in a huge number of ministerial positions. I've also served in the private sector, I've worked in the public sector and in the charity sector, and you'll know I've thought deeply about where our country is at, who we need to compete with, and how we can put through the reforms and modernisation with our mandate, with the management in Whitehall, with the mutuality that binds us together, and with our markets. We have to pick up the pace to realise the opportunities that this country has, and I am best placed to do that. I am very different to Boris Johnson, but we're still on the same manifesto, and I think we believe in those same things. We both were passionate about the opportunity that Britain leaving the regulatory orbit of the EU was, not just to our country, but to the world. And I understand that very well, and I am determined to capitalise on that.
Was he a good Prime Minister?
I think we should thank him for delivering Brexit.
Yes.
It was an incredibly difficult thing to do, as we all remember, and I think we should remember him for that.
Last question.
Penny, last one, a quick one and a straightforward one. How do you define a woman?
I'm a woman. I am biologically a woman, and I can tell you, Chris, that if you have been in the Royal Navy and you have competed physically against men, you understand the biological difference between men and women.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much. Thank you for coming. Let's win this campaign. I'm not going to talk about other candidates, they can set out their stall. But what I would say to you is who can not just win this contest, but win a general election. If we do not win the next general election, all those opportunities and the vision that the British people had from us leaving the European Union will not be realised. We must win that election. I am your best shot at winning that election. I am the candidate that Labour fear the most.